Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. Today, I'm going to bring you along as I do my makeup. Full disclaimer, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I know what I'm doing on my face, but I am not a makeup expert. I just do what works for me. I've had several people on Instagram ask me to do a makeup tutorial, and that's totally flattering to me because I don't know. I just do what works for me. So I'm going to show you what I do pretty much every single day that I put on makeup. The days that I do, this is the look I go for. So if you like this look and you want to see how I achieve it, keep watching. Because this is my very first video doing this, it freaks me out to look at myself in the camera and see that I have no makeup on. If you follow me on Instagram, more than likely you've seen me with no makeup on. I'm on my stories and I really don't care because that disappears in 24 hours. But this is gonna stay and I'm a little freaked out. So let me start putting some makeup on. First of all, I did wash my face first. I don't ever put on makeup unless I've washed my face and I've moisturized it. Almost everything I'm gonna use today is Mary Kay. Simply because I sell Mary Kay. I am not on YouTube to sell Mary Kay. I'm not here to try and promote it. I'm just letting you know what I use. But some of the things are different. So one of the things that's not Mary Kay is this. This is the NYX primer, and it's the Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. Since I've been doing YouTube, I have more lights on my face when I take pictures, and anything with sunscreen in it has flashback. So I've been trying to get away from the sunscreen products in my makeup, and I really like the way this makes my face look. Also, I forgot to mention, I cried a lot last night, so my eyes look horrible. And I cried because I'm a mama, and sometimes days aren't good. And yesterday was not a good day. Today's gonna be better. The next thing I'm gonna do is put on my foundation. Right now I'm mixing two foundations together. The first one is Mary Kay, shocker. It is the Timewise matte wear foundation. They have a luminous wear and a matte wear. I wear the matte wear, and this is in Ivory 5. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. I'm going to mix it with this L'Oreal Paris 24-Hour Infallible Pro Matte. And this is in the shade, it's pretty light, what is it? 102 is Shell Beige. I use the back of my hand as a palette, and now I'm just going to mix them together with my finger. The brush I'm going to use to put this on is the Mary Kay liquid foundation brush. Mary Kay just redid their brushes, and their new brushes are amazing. I did not care for their old brushes, but these are great. I always try to bring it down on my neck a little bit as well, just so I don't have a line, even though this shade matches pretty well. The next step is going to be my under eye concealer, because bags and dark circles today. This is just the Mary Kay Perfecting Concealer. It is in the shade Light Beige. They do have an under eye corrector that's a peach tone, which I like too, but today I'm going to use this one. Blend this out, I'm using a Mary Kay sponge. It's just one of the blenders that's similar to the Beauty Blender, and it is damp. All of that is in place. I need to use some translucent powder to set it all. This is Mary Kay's translucent powder, and I'm using Mary Kay's powder brush. It is so big and fluffy. I love this thing. The next step is to warm up my face a little bit with some bronzer. I'm just using Mary Kay's bronzing powder. You can see I'm almost out. I'm using, oh, and this is an older brush of Mary Kay, so it's not my favorite. It does tend to break, but I like the angle in it. do contour my nose. I'm not crazy about my nose. I feel like it's really big. We all have those things about our face that we don't love, right? So I put a little bit of bronzing powder on this, and then I squeeze it together to make a thinner line, and I just go up and down the side of my nose. And it just makes it look a little bit skinnier. The blush that I've been using lately was a limited edition from Mary Kay, but this was just a compact that they sold, and it was, I don't know, it may have been almost a year ago now, but there was a peach one, and then this one is the more pink one. And I'm using the Mary Kay blush brush. I liked this particular blush because it had a little bit of shimmer to it. Not a lot, but a little bit. So it almost kind of highlights your face too, which I love. The next thing I'm going to do is prime my eyelids. I use the Mary Kay eye primer for this. A very small amount goes a long way. Before Mary Kay, I did not use eye primer. I'd never even really heard of it. I didn't know much about makeup at all before Mary Kay. And it's a game changer. It keeps your eye makeup on all day long. It's amazing. I have recently fallen in love with a different palette by e.l.f. It's called the Nude Mood palette. The reason I love it, well, there's a couple of reasons. There are some colors that Mary Kay used to have that they discontinued that are very similar to what's in this palette. And every single color in this palette is a matte color. It has no shimmer to it whatsoever. I do like some shimmer on my eyelids, but not a whole lot. And Mary Kay has some matte colors, but they also have a lot of shimmer colors. So I just love this palette because it's all together, they're all matte, and they're all colors that I love. Okay, I'm going to come in a little closer. You're welcome. From my eyes. And I'll show you which shade I'm using where. The first brush I'm using is the Mary Kay All Over Eyeshadow is what it's called. And the first shade that I'm using is this third shade right here. And I just kind of cover like my crease area and a little above with this, and I come down onto my lid. But this is a really good transition color so you don't have any harsh lines. I'll use from this palette is this fifth color right here. It's a brown, but it has like almost a reddish undertone to it. I really like it, and I'm going to put it in my crease. And I'm using the Mary Kay crease brush for this. I forgot to show you. It has a little bit of an angle to it. So I just do it from like the middle of my eye out to the corner. I don't go all the way in. The same crease brush, I'm going to go in with the next shade over, which is a little bit darker, this one right here. And I'm going to do the same thing, go over that same area. This brush, this is also a Mary Kay brush, but it was a limited edition. It's just the eye color brush, and it's a little bit fluffier. But I'm going to take this honey color right here, the fourth shade, and I'm going to kind of put it all over my lid and blend it into the crease colors. This really fluffy brush that was limited edition from Mary Kay. It's the blender brush, I think. Yeah, eye blender. And I'm going to take this really light shade here on the end and blend that in under my brow line. And then I'll take this same brush and blend all the colors together just to make sure that there are no lines. And in this lighting, I can tell I need to tweeze my eyebrows. The last step that I do with this eyeshadow palette is to line my lower lash line with some of this shadow. I used to put eyeliner on my lower lash line, but it looks too harsh to me now, and I feel like it makes me look older, which I don't need any help with that. So I'm going to show you which one I'll use, and I'm just going to smudge it along the outer half of my lower lash line. So on the darker side of the palette, I'm going to use this shade right here. So it's third to the last. This is the Mary Kay smudger brush. And I'm going to try to still be in the camera, but I've got to look in my mirror. Gives me a little bit of shadow under my eyes without it being a harsh line. The next thing I'm going to do is put on this eyeliner. This is the Mary Kay eyeliner. It is in deep brown. I know you're not supposed to pull at your eye, but I've always pulled at my eye when I'm putting on eyeliner. Otherwise it kind of jumps. I guess I have wrinkles on my eyelid. I don't know, but I have to pull at my eye. Going over it with my smudger brush just to make sure that the line is very blended. I don't like a harsh line. Now that my eyeshadow is done, it's time to do my lashes. This is not a step I do every day, but when I have time I do. And it's to use this Mary Kay lash primer. I'll put that on and let it sit for just a second, and then I'm going to curl my lashes. So the next thing I'm going to do is curl my lashes. This is the Mary Kay eyelash curler. They don't have it all the time. It comes out. I've been a Mary Kay for 6 years now, and I've only seen it one time. So when it came out, I bought it. Use my favorite mascara ever. I am picky about mascara, and I used to change mascaras all the time before I fell in love with Mary Kay mascaras, but especially this one. This is called the Lash Intensity Mascara. If you know someone who sells Mary Kay, hit them up and ask them to try the Lash Intensity Mascara. So this is just one coat. I usually do 2 coats, but I really love it because it volumizes and it lengthens. So this eye, the eyelashes always curl, and they're more naturally curled, better than this one. Do y'all have, comment below and let me know if you have one eye that has better lashes than the other, because I feel like I can't be the only one. Second coat on both eyes. Because the Lash Intensity Mascara is intense, I don't use it on my bottom lashes. I don't want to look like I have like spiders on my eyes. So I just use the Mary Kay Lash Love Lengthening Mascara on my lower lashes. It's more of a definition mascara than it is volumizing. Are done. I don't do much to my eyebrows. Every now and then I will fill them in. I just use the brow gel from Mary Kay. I'll show it to you. I just use it and just brush through my brows just so that they are in place and don't move throughout the day. But I have pretty thick brows, so I don't really have to fill them in very much. Lastly, I'm going to do lipstick. I like something that's really long lasting, and Jessica from Keep Calm and Clean turned me on to the SuperStay Matte Ink by Maybelline, and I don't think I'll ever go back. The one I'm using today is in the color Seductress, I believe. So once you put this on, it stays on throughout the day, and it doesn't come off until you purposely take it off. And even then, I have to use the Mary Kay Oil-Free Eye Makeup Remover to get it completely off of my lips. The only thing about this lipstick is if you make a mistake, like, you have to be quick to get it off or else it's not going to come off. I said lips were last, but I forgot. I always spray my face with finishing spray. It's like hairspray, but for your face, but it's not sticky, but it keeps your makeup in place all day. I use the Mary Kay finishing spray. Looks like this. And just a couple of spritzes will just set my makeup and make sure it lasts all day. That's it, guys. That's what I do. It took me a lot longer because I was doing it on camera. Normally it takes me about 10 minutes to do, but this is generally the makeup that I do. I don't deviate from it very much. I don't try a whole lot of new things. I'm plain and simple, and I feel like this is plain and simple. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you'd like to see more content like this. I won't be doing it too often, but I just want to see what kind of feedback I get from you guys. So comment below and let me know your favorite brand of makeup if you have a favorite brand. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Do y'all hear that? We live near an airport.